This is a walkthrough of room 219, the Garden Suite at Powerscourt, an autograph collection, County Wicklow, Ireland. Let me just show you quickly. When you walk in, there's a beautiful large dressing room here with closets on both sides and a room safe in there, floor to ceiling hanging, plenty of room. That's like a room unto itself, like for a crib or something. And then over here to the left is a beautiful bathroom with a walk-in shower with rain head and other handheld, and then the water closet here, double sinks, and a full soaking bathtub. And then going out into the hallway, we have a coffee service and a mini bar under here, which didn't close very well, but it's there for your use if you want. Full-length mirror and 2 rooms on this suite. Now, I'm going to first show you the highlight in my mind of this particular location. Look at these floor-to-ceiling windows and this gorgeous garden view. We are in Ireland, Wicklow County, as I said. This particular room has all greenery. There's a path that walks up there, but we have not seen anybody on it the entire time we've been there. In fact, we couldn't even figure out how to access it. So it is just very beautiful, very private. So this is a really nice room. I'm going to turn around so you can see it. Desk, credenza, sofa, chair, and then this walks in to a bedroom. These doors slide shut, so it can really become a 2-room, perfectly secluded. And again, you have the floor-to-ceiling windows with that absolutely stunning view like I've never seen in any place. Now, these are not doors. These are windows that open from the top, just a little bit of crack so that you can get fresh air in the rooms. Oh, I just felt that nice, cool Irish breeze coming in. So we'll just leave that open for a minute. And then this room has a king bed in it. So there was a TV in the other room, and there's also a TV here. So you can see here. Absolutely beautiful. Lots of storage. Gorgeous. Now I'm going to explain a little bit about this resort to you. So stand by. So again, we're at Powerscourt in Ireland. So this is a location that's about 30 minutes to the southeast of Dublin. It doesn't take long to get here, but it's a huge difference from being in Dublin proper. We're surrounded by mountains. Sugarloaf Mountain is just outside the back, behind, with a view behind the lawn. It's absolutely gorgeous. And we're right at a golf course. Actually, there's 2 golf courses. The Powerscourt golf course. And we actually played the golf course yesterday, and it was immaculate. The fairways were perfectly groomed. The greens were absolutely perfect. It was a lovely but challenging course with lots of grasses and things like that to lose your ball in. I think we lost maybe 6 balls. But it's absolutely beautiful. It sits in an old manor house. Right next to the hotel is the Powerscourt House and Gardens. That is an old estate that they have turned into little shops and things you can walk through, and a movie you can watch about the history of the area. But the gardens are amazing. They're supposed to be the 3rd most popular gardens in the world, and it's set on like 47 acres, so you can spend hours walking around. We did part of the gardens. We saw the Japanese garden and the Italian area. It was absolutely beautiful. We spent about an hour and a half walking through the beautiful gardens. I'm going to post some pictures at the end of this video so you can see. This area is well worth your time. I would recommend, probably if you're going to Dublin, maybe tack on an extra 2 nights, and especially if you're going to golf, 2 nights. Otherwise, maybe at least 1 night. Give yourself enough time to do the gardens and stay here. Now, this Powerscourt resort used to be owned and operated by Ritz-Carlton. It's not any longer in the Ritz-Carlton franchise, but it's part of the Autograph collection now, and it is still managed by Marriott. So it is very fine, upkept very well. They have two restaurants here, Sitka, which is their more fine dining restaurant, which looks over the beautiful back lawn and the gardens, and Sally Gap, which is more of a sort of upscale pub dining experience. Sally Gap would be the lesser priced of the two. Sitka's a little bit more expensive. I believe I saw where there was a 2-course option for dinner at Sitka for 70 euros a person. Sally Gap we ate, and it was, if I remember, anywhere from 18 euros to maybe 28 euros per person for an entree, which included some vegetables and things. It was a really nice meal, absolutely wonderful. There's also a bar inside the Sally Gap, which is open from 12 noon all through the evening until dinner is finished. And I had the best espresso martini I've ever had in my life there. In fact, I had one the first night we were here, and I had to have another one last night. It was so good. There is also a lounge that overlooks the garden on the main level, which they serve afternoon tea in the afternoon. I did not have afternoon tea, but we saw it set up. It was beautiful. And there is a bar in the lobby lounge as well, but it's only opened very minimal hours in the afternoon, like during check-in times. So it's not open at night, which I think is kind of an oversight on their part. There was a lot of people that wanted to sit in the lobby late at night. The sun doesn't even completely go down until it's dark, until like 10 p.m. In fact, people can still play golf after 8:30, 9:30 at night here. So people were coming in, they wanted to have a beverage overlooking the beautiful landscaping, and the only way to order a beverage in the lobby is to go to the front desk, and they will call it down to the Sally Gap restaurant, and then they bring it up. It seems to me like they could have a beverage trolley or something in the lobby that would be really popular, and there's a lot of people who would have partaken. But other than that, that is the only flaw that I could see, was not having a beverage trolley in the lobby, and that certainly is no big thing. Cost to stay here was not terribly expensive compared to what we spent in Dublin for our hotel there. I believe our rate that we paid was around £300 a night. I was very pleasantly surprised when we were upgraded at check-in. We had booked into a deluxe king room for that rate, and upon check-in, they surprised and said we had been upgraded to this amazing garden view suite. And if I come back here again, this is what I would request. I would like to say one more thing. If you do get a garden view suite, and it's stunning, my room number, again, was 219. If you have a room on this side of the resort, you'll have this beautiful view. If you have a room on the other side of the resort, a garden view suite, you'll have this beautiful view, but on the other side of these trees, there's going to be the Sally Gap restaurant. So you're going to have like a wall and the restaurant above. It's still beautiful. We walked down there, but it's just not this full, complete view. So I wanted to let you know that just because you get a garden suite doesn't mean you're necessarily going to have the exact same view unless you're on this side of the resort where 219 is. All right, we're off for another adventure. We're going to go a little bit further into Ireland today. Thank you so much for watching My Eyes on Travel. There's so much in the world to explore, and I appreciate you spending your time with us today. Bye-bye.